Hey, what's good, Mob Psycho Gang? Welcome back. Today we're going to be getting into episode 8 of season 2, following up on the most wholesome episode ever with Reigen and Mob reuniting. It's gonna be tough to follow up that one. Let's go ahead and recap the character points since we're already talking about last episode. We gave MVP to Mob for seeing Reigen through all his layers and who he really is. It was a really important episode for Reigen to have someone like Mob to see him and see the goodness in him. For the best moment, we gave it to kind of Reigen slash Mob, but mostly Reigen, in the change of perspective of the flashback where Reigen first meets Mob and just how important that meeting was to Reigen as well as to Mob. And then for the funniest moment, we also gave that to Reigen when he was just doing all of his, his classic psychic moves on the kid on television, exhausting all his efforts. If y'all are new here or you're not subscribed, you want to follow on for more, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. Helps out the channel a lot. But either way, I'm excited to watch the Mob with y'all. Let's go ahead and get into this one. Just as uncoordinated as ever. Oh. Is this like the first time he uses psychic powers? I love how oblivious the dad is. He's like, wait, too carefree almost. Oh yeah, the rich dad contribute towards it, right? As a meme religion. This chick is all over the place, bro. Like, why is she so motivated to be engaged in this? Marathon contest? Bro, that's intense. He's changed so much already. Dude, she's so annoying. I hate because she's just trying to use his powers for herself. Why would he want to do that? No. So that's why. Uh-oh. Now he's gonna want to use his powers. At least he wasn't last. Not just 10 days. He's been grinding, bro. Okay, so it's only 5 kilometers. If it was actually a marathon, that'd be savage for fucking middle schoolers.
頑張るしかない。
その通りだ影山。それでこそ裏番だ。方法とか効率とかは関係ねえ。本当に肝心なのはやるかやらねえかだ。
Well said.
俺の練習やる。
Damn.
新品なのに。
There's some fancy looking running shoes there.
先輩、どうして？か
せいぜい気張れよ。
っこいい。
おう、それ。影山がもらったのか。鬼瓦がサイズ間違えて買った靴。
He brought them in the wrong size.
何そわそわしてんだよ、モブ。
いや、空いた時間で少しでも運動しようと思って。
貧乏ゆすりじゃないのか。
あいつマラソン大会が近いんだよ。
マラソン大会か。俺はよく警備を使って。
Of course, Reigen did.
意中のつぼみちゃんに告白するんだ
His
と。
beloved.
告白って。マジか、お前。お前しばらくバイト来なくていいぞ。
どうしてですか？
どうせ当分客も来ないし。それよりジョギングとかして慣らした方がいいな。よし、着替えろ。
え？
本番と同じコースを足に覚えさせるんだ。
Damn, look at Reigen, dude. Reigen wants to help him out. I love that. Dimple fucking. Yeah. I love that. That's so funny.
まだ1キロぐらいですよ。
Reigen's dying, dude.
よ、リツじゃねえか。
レクボ、マラソン大会の練習？
ああ、10位以内に入ってつぼみちゃんに告白するんだとよ。
金つぼみさんが小さい頃一緒に遊んでもらったことがあるけど、実はちょっと苦手なタイプだ。かくれんぼの途中で帰っちゃうような人だった。
This bitch.
シゲ、自分の食器洗いなさいよ。シ
いいよ母さん、僕がやるよ。
ゲ、いいのよリツ。お兄ちゃん甘やかしちゃダメよ。
兄さん頑張ってるみたいだから、その間だけ。
Aw, he's passed out. What a good brother. Richu actually probably wanted to help as well, right? Hopefully. Not just doing to because he's scared.
お前ら助かったぜ。今日はよろしくな。
Yo, we haven't seen him forever.
練習に集中してもらいたいので。
とはいえ影山くんの代理だからね、しっかり働きますよ。
やってますか？予約してないんですけど。
ああ、今ならすぐ。どうぞお座りください。よし、じゃあ早速お茶をお出しして。あれ、あいつ
なんでか隠れました。
なぜここに？僕はともかく兄さんがこんなうさんくさい店とつながりがあるなんて。
恋愛相談もやってるって聞いてきたんですけど。
恋愛相談？
ではまずアンケート用紙に記入を。
あ、はい。
なるほど。使用中の生徒さんですか。私も使用中には知り合いがいるんですよ。ふむふむ。そうなると相手はおそらく同級生もしくは先輩。何かスポーツをやっていて。
すごい、当たってる。
サッカー部だからスパイクをプレゼントしようと思ってるのか。でもあまり高価なものだと気持ちより先に金銭的な価値、印象が先行してしまうし。というわけでミキさんは何も。
What's she up to, man?
すごく参考になりました。アンケート書いてないんですけど、私も相談いいですか？
ええ、もちろん。あなたも恋愛に関する？
はい。好きな相手は塾で会う他校の子なんですけど。
おう、なるほどなるほど。
告白すべきでしょうか？
確かにそのケースならすぐにでも告白して。
Immediately.
話を聞いた感触だと相手もあなたが気になっているのは間
I
違
don't
いない。
know.
告白すれば十中八九うまくいくはずです。
終わった。
わかりました。
Reigen has no clue he's handing Mob's girl off. No.
言えない。兄さんには。頑張れ、兄さん。
つぼみ塾なんて通ってたの？初耳なんだけど。適当に話合わせてただけだよ。ミキが詐欺とかに騙されたら嫌だから。それでつぼ
smart.
みとしてはどうだったの？そうだな。
Oh, he's okay. I didn't even see that one.
間違ったことは言ってなかったし、ま、大丈夫か。
Interesting. I'm curious, very curious what's gonna happen in this episode, man.
ついにこの日が来た。ゴール付近では教団の関係者たちが待ち構えている。
God damn it.
いよいよ教祖様。
I can't stand this girl. She's fucking crazy, bro. Like, I don't get her motivations.
そうね、体力あれ。
Stamina
ゴ
snail?
ール付近より中間地点まで見に行きましょう。
ごほごほ。いやー、風邪をひいてしまった。残念。
ケホあれ木林さんも風邪ですか？俺もですよ。
They're so happy about it.
ほ、サルタもかよ。ほ、1年のくせになかなかやるな。いやいや、恐縮です。シャキッとしろ、影山。
部長。
思い切り特訓の成果をぶつけてこい。今日はライバルだからな。
ライバル。頑張ります。
随分と吐き込んで
Damn,
きたじゃ
sure
ね。
has, dude.
さすが裏番だな。
I love how he still calls him Shadow Leader.
ダンスロブ、スタートする。
Look at all these chumps. They don't stand a chance against Mob. Well, maybe the Body Improvement Club does, but...
位置について。おーい。
Damn, playing dirty, dude. Ooh. He actually, like, cut his leg up and everything.
その足じゃ戦闘集団には乗り移ってやろうか。
Now he's got to do it all natural.
うちの子めんどくさそうに走ってたわ。前の方には追いつけないわよね。シゲ、その足どうしたの？でもあんた体力ついたんじゃないの？ファイトファイト！
Aww.
あれしげよ。
あの子根性ついたわ。今日は美味しい。
Aww, they're proud of him. That's cute. I love that.
モブ君。頑張れ。
She's shocked by how focused he is, or how much he's dying. Oh no.
走り方おかしいな。くじいたのかもな。ペースも乱れてきた。
Uh-oh.
おい、あと1キロちょっとだぞ。
Come on, Mob.
足動かせ。
レーゲン、本気で。
He's got the fit, dude.
カウントしてたんだが、現在74位。
Dude, that's huge improvement. Yeah.
入賞するにはあと64人抜かす必
I
要だ。
mean, it's not super realistic to try to get top 10 in that short of time.
きっとまだ諦めてないんだ。
Bro is going through it right now. Did he pass out? Oh no.
影山、目が覚めたか。何事も無理はいかんぞ。
先生。
お前の弟、3年生を抜かして9位入賞だった
Of
ぞ。
course.
そうですか。律が。
Aww.
影山、前はもう少し暗いイメージだったけど、いい顔するようになったな。
はい。
迎えに来てもらうか。
いえ、一人で帰れます。
Yeah, man. Everyone around him sees how much he's improving. Like,
来ませんね。
they're still there after they're taking it down. Oblivious.
ご機嫌だな。
そりゃ喜んでるわよ。律が9番、シゲは限界まで走ったでしょう。
なんだそりゃ。
Interesting looking pan.
出るよ。
This is gonna be his crush. Oh. Yo, that's the last thing I was expecting, dude. What?
また会おうって言わなかったっけ？
Oh, shit.
誰？お友達？
母さん。今こっちに来ないで。
親もいるんだ。そりゃそうか。これは面倒だ。
おい、それはどういう。
Oh, fuck, dude. I was just thinking, like, how, like, nice and lighthearted this episode's been, and now...
なんだろう。 あっちで煙が。
Oh no.
火事かっておい、あの方角って。
Oh no.
急に爆発するように火が出たんですって。放火かもって。影山さんとこの。よかった、無事だったのね。ちょっと落ち着いて、近づいちゃダメよ。ちょっとあの子誰か止めて。大変、火の中に入っていっちゃった。
大丈夫。今日はお父さんが家にいたんだから。お父さんはたまに厳しいけど強くて頼りになるんだ。お母さんだって火の扱いにはいつも注意してた。小さい頃に花火でふざけてすごく怒られた。
Dude, this threw me off so much, bro.
みんながいればやり直せるんだ。
Oh man.
茂雄、玄関に争った形跡があった。誰かが乗り込んできやがったんだ。
Yeah. I forgot that kid's name.
じゃあ3人は連れ去られた可能性もあるんじゃ。
目を閉じろ。それを見るな、茂雄。
No. There's no fucking way, dude. Oh my god, dude. Oh my. The fuck was that episode, guys? They just took my guard down completely and then just broke my heart. Are you fucking kidding me? All right, y'all, let's get in the review section for this one. Man, what a cliffhanger. What a plot twist. I mean, I did not see showing up, pun intended, at all. I mean, the feel of this episode was so much more lighthearted, especially after some of the heavier stuff we've gotten in the past couple episodes with Reigen's backstory and, you know, exploring more of his character. This episode definitely had more of a lighthearted feeling, and you know, was one of more of the easy to watch episodes. You know, you can just sit back and consume it. And showing up, you know, completely threw a wrench in that. You know, I don't think we've seen him since episode, the finale of season 1, I think, right? And, you know, the scars in the upper echelon have kind of always been, you know, the main antagonist, I guess you could say. But, you know, it's one of the unique things about Mob Psycho is that even though there's a main plot line, it really doesn't take the main focus of the story at all. You know, the story is kind of more centered around the characters and their individual struggles and growths, and the main plot line kind of ebbs and flows around that. And it's been interesting because we haven't really seen much of that main antagonist in season 2 at all, right? I mean, we've seen a few different characters come back into play, but you know, the main plot line of you know, the scars is kind of dissipated in season 2. And honestly, I wasn't thinking about it at all. So it definitely just like the quick flip of this episode and the way it made me feel was crazy. I mean, y'all saw my reaction. I did not see it coming. Now it seems like, you know, based off what we're shown here, that Sho, you know, killed Ritsu and his parents or lit the place on fire, and they got caught up in that. I'm a little skeptical that it's actually his parents or Ritsu there. You know, what comes to mind is maybe that Sho can create illusions, kind of like that one Scar could. Because I think it would be pretty bold for them to just kill off Mob's parents and Ritsu like that. It's possible, and if it did happen that way, that'd be freaking wild. But I would suspect that it's probably a mirage there instead. But we'll have to see. And honestly, all I want to do right now is watch the next episode and see what happens. But yeah, let's jump to, you know, kind of the I guess 80% of this episode, which is centered more around Mob and how much he's really changed. You know, this episode starts off with a scene, I guess, kind of background of when Mob first uses his psychic powers, and he's very young. He's running with Ritsu in the field, and he gets hurt, and he goes to his mom, and, you know, he kind of has a scratch on his knee, and then that leads to a bunch of emotion, which leads to him using his psychic powers, right? But we see that opening scene is contrasted a lot with Mob in this episode and how much he's changed as a person. You know, he's become much more independent for himself in what he wants and what he desires, how he's going to do it, you know, what way he's going to do it. And in this case, you know, he wants to place in the top 10 in this 5K to, of course, impress his crush. And but you can see the determination in him, right? And the independence, because he's, you know, he commits to this. He kind of pushes out the external, you know, the ways that people want to encourage him, like Misato trying to encourage him to, you know, she wants him to finish in a grand style because of the psycho helmet religion. You know, Dimple says that he could use his psychic powers to make it easier. You know, there's all these influences you know, external influences on him. And, you know, he's able to kind of tune those out. And, you know, once again, he's sticking to his beliefs, his morals that, hey, I'm going to do this with just my physical ability, because that's what gives him his, I guess, confidence in himself, right? But we see, you know, Mob's determination and perseverance contrast how he used to be when he was a kid, right? Like, he's kind of going towards his mom, and not that there's anything wrong with that. He's younger at that point, so it's kind of expected, but we see how independent and driven he is now, and that reflected with, you know, Mob's parents watching him run. You know, his mom sees how dedicated he is and how hard he's trying, and she is proud of him. You know, she wants to cook him a nice meal after that. You see Mob's love interest, see that in his face too. I'm scared to pronounce her name. I was like Chibani or something, Chibomi. Let me know how to pronounce that one in the comments down below. I mean, guys, I mess up even the easiest names sometimes. This one's a tough one for me. But, you know, Reigen sees it, Ritsu sees it. It's just really cool to, you know, to see how far Mob has come. Speaking of Mob's love interest a little bit, it's interesting because her and her friend come to Reigen's office for some love advice, I guess. And it's mostly around her friend. But you can see that she kind of, you know, she says that she's testing Reigen to make sure that, you know, he's not scamming them or anything. But, you know, she kind of makes up this story of her own love interest, but it's not really real. But ultimately, I think, you know, she explains to her friend that she's doing this to kind of vet Reigen, make sure that they can trust Reigen's advice here. But really, what helps her trust Reigen is when she sees Mob next to him. One of the pictures on Reigen's wall of, like, I guess his happy customers, right? And Mob is in one of them. And I think that shows that she trusts Mob's judgment, right? And, you know, we got this all the way back in, I guess, episode 1 of season 2 when she sees Mob talking to his little love interest at the time. I forgot her name. We haven't seen her since. But even back then, we see that she's kind of been observing Mob and obviously has some kind of interest in him still. And I don't know if it's a love interest at this point, but we even see her in the race too, right? Where she's about to, like, root for Mob, but is kind of taken aback by his determination and whatnot. But it's just interesting that we're kind of getting a little bit more of her perspective on Mob and, you know, her relationship with him. So I'm curious how that's going to pan out, if that's going to end up being an actual, you know, love interest that comes to fruition. I'm curious how they're going to end up writing that. I could see it that, you know, Mob ends up seeing that he doesn't really need to have her, for example, or maybe they'll end up together and live happily ever after. I don't know. But it's interesting seeing her perspective. All right, let's go ahead and get into the character ratings for this episode. For MVP, I'm going to give it to Mob. I just love seeing his growth, continuing to see his growth, his determination and perseverance, the contrast between the beginning scene and him in the race facing some resistance and running through his pain. I just think it's great to see Mob continuing to grow. We'll have to see how that kind of ties into this next plot line with Sho, but really, really cool. For the best moment, I'm gonna give that to Sho showing up. I mean, guys, I was not expecting that at all. I mean, it just caught me off guard. There's this whole episode as a whole, I loved the feeling of it, and without this showing up, I think there'd be plenty of really great moments I could give to this category. But when something this stark contrasts the rest of the episode, I gotta give it to it. It was crazy. And then for the funniest moment, of course, I gotta give that to Reigen when he shows up in this his whole track attire. He's got like the short shorts on and everything, and he's gonna be running with Mob. I just love that frame of him. He just looks ridiculous, man. Reigen going all out. All right, y'all. I think that'll do for this episode and review. Let me know what y'all thought about this one in the comments down below. I'm a little nervous, y'all. I'm scared for Mob. I'm scared for Ritsu and his parents. I really hope that they're okay, but we'll have to find out, I guess. I hope you all have a really good rest of your day and a really good week, and I'll catch y'all for the next Mob episode. Peace.